Mind and mind management. That is the topic today, mind and mind management. I asked you, how are you? I'm okay. It means there are some challenges, but I am okay. So sometimes what happens, in order to achieve a result in the material world, we simply go by habit. I have to drive my car to you and I will reach you. So that is what is known as karma, action. But action, driving the car, does not help me to meet you. I have to park the car outside, I have to go inside, then I have to see you face by face, then I recognize you, and then I meet you. Similarly, we give lot of importance. Oh, let us practice mindfulness. But I did not understand. Same way, I reach to your home, but I don't recognize you. There is not knowing. There is no knowing. So when there is no knowing, maybe I can reach your home, but I don't see you, I don't recognize you, so I don't meet you. So with every action, with every practice, if it is habitual, say I'm totally drunk and then I reach your home and I don't recognize you. I live in the hallucination. So even though I have performed all my action correctly, still I don't recognize and I don't know you. So karma is one factor. But if there is no knowledge, there is no right knowledge, the mindfulness or meditation never succeeds. Even if we are doing it for 50 years, it never succeeds. So first part is the knowledge and the second is the action. The third part, if I don't desire meditation, if I don't desire inner peace, what I desire a loaf of bread found in Costco store. So my mind becomes aware of the Costco where it is available and also the bread. No, I don't have any desire, let me practice meditation. It is something like you board on a bus and ask the conductor, give me the ticket. Don't ask me where I have to go. So you have performed your action very well. You have recognized the bus. You are sitting in a bus, but you don't have the destination. This is the third factor that leads, if it is correct, it leads me to succeed in meditation. And if it is not, nothing is achieved. No, but every master says you leave all the desires. Pay attention. So, leave all the desires. So, what the master is saying, there is a binding desire and there is a non-binding desire. Unbinding desire, binding desire. What is the difference between the two? If I have an unbinding desire for the inner peace and happiness, it is unbinding desire. It does not bind me. So the moment I am bound by any particular desire, it means that mind is moving outside, projecting happiness and peace in a place, in an object, with a person. And that becomes the binding desire for peace and happiness. For example, I have couple of uh, students with whom I'm working, how to manage your relationship towards harmony and happiness. Now, in each of the couple, each person in that couple has a binding desire. What is that binding desire? When I come home, you don't smile. So it means if you smile, it is bound, mind is bound. Then only I'll be happy. If you follow me, then only I'll be happy. See the binding desire. So our master says, if we have a binding desire in the world outside, it will bind my mind. The binding of the mind means that my mind is projecting happiness outside in a person, in an object, in a thing. It goes both ways. Okay, let me help this person who is suffering from anxiety. I just received an email. So now I want face to face. I want your session to be in a person. But during coronavirus, we have to keep social distancing. He did not write, but it is a natural meaning. Hence, what? Hence, I cannot do any session with you now. Let this virus come to an end. So it means what? I'm going to increase my anxiety, ADHD. That is what he told me. I said, go on increasing. I thought in my mind, go on increasing. Then I got an idea. I wrote back that after all, it is all about the mental discipline and education. And that I can do it online, virtually. You have to simply listen to me. Whether you are listening virtually online or you are listening to me in person, doesn't make any difference. The mind must change. No, I always love to do all the sessions in person. That is another problem. This is also a binding desire. So I realized in that person, if the mind has such a binding desire, it means the mind has many more desires which are binding, that is causing the anxiety and ADHD. Not a big deal. Our great masters makes us understand where the mind is moving, my friend. So what should we do? Once we have understood that there should be an unbinding desire, let me discover inner peace within. Let me discover permanent peace and happiness within. Even for 1%, you keep that desire and that unbinding desire is not fulfilled, it will never happen. Even if it is 1% is not fulfilled, at least your mind will go inside, will leave all the unbinding desires, and you will definitely be in peace and happiness. So our great master, one of the great masters who lived more than 5,000 years ago, he was the chief minister of a king in the kingdom. He had 2 wives. Very happy. He has all the means and possessions, all the objects of the pleasure. But he was a great meditator. He was an awakened person. So every day he was contemplating and reflecting on his own meditative state, and he realized that he has to go to the Himalayas, live in the forest. Means that he has to live away from outer chores in order to reach to the next level. So he invited both his wives, divided the wealth equally. One of the wives was named as Maitreyi. So he divided the wealth equally to both the wives, and ultimately he was ready to go for deeper meditation practice away from his house. The second wife, that was named the Maitreyi, she gave all the wealth to the first wife. And the first wife was very happy with those binding desires to fulfill. Look at during the coronavirus. You have a plane, you possess a plane, you have $20 million. Still nothing will happen. You have to confine yourself inside the home. Anyhow, the Maitreyi, the second wife, offered the entire material wealth to the first wife, and the master was ready in the morning, and the Maitreyi, the second wife, said, "I will follow you." "No, I will not talk to you. Don't talk to me. I will follow you. You may not get the food that you get in your home. I will follow you. I'm telling you how to become a seeker." So that master gave 100 reasons not to go with him. But the honey said, "No, I will definitely go." "No, you may have to fast for 3 days. I will do it. You may not get a water to drink. It's okay. You will definitely survive, so I will also survive without water." So the master asked, why this desire? You have left all the wealth. What is the answer of the honey, the beautiful second wife? She said to her husband, "Master, honey, you have everything in this material world. You have a prestige, a position, a possession. You have every means to get all the pleasures. At the same time, you are a genius. That is why you are a chief minister in the king of that kingdom. And if you have chosen to go to the forest, it simply means what you want to achieve going to the forest is much more precious than anything in the world outside. And that is why I will follow you." That is why I will follow you. I will not leave you, honey. During the journey to the forest, the wife asked, what is the nature of the self and how to realize it? That will bring an end to our talk before we start our practice. As normally, honey, normally in modern world, we always say honey if the honey has more money, if the honey is more beautiful, if the honey offers meets my expectation. So here it is totally different. Honey, wife, what is real self and how to realize, how to awaken to that real self? So the master says, Atma vare drashtavya, shrotavyo, mantavyo, Niridhya settavyo Maitreyi. Maitreyi was the name of the beautiful wife. So the master says that self can be realized in 3 steps. First, listen and learn the principles, and always remember that principle all the time. After learning the principle, contemplate and reflect on it. Mantavyo, the word mantavyo in Sanskrit, you have to contemplate, you have to ask, you have to remove all the doubts and the confusion. The intellect should have a clarity and conviction. Shravanam, first lesson. Second lesson, mantavyo, contemplation and reflection. And honey, you have been contemplating. It's a different matter. You have been contemplating and observing me, what I have been doing and why I am leaving the entire kingdom and the position and going to the forest. You are definitely contemplating and thinking. So first step, Shravanam, listen and learn the principles. Second step, contemplation and reflection in your head, in your mind. When? 24 hours. That will help you to drop the unbinding desire. And third, meditated upon, to be practice. But first is learning the principles, remembering it, keeping in your mind, and allow that principle to go to your intellect to remove all the doubts and the confusion. So the intellect has a tremendous faith. Yes, peace is within me. Otherwise, the mind says, no, I've been suffering from ADHD. For example, ADHD for the last 20 years. So I build an ego, the binding desire. Nobody can ever help me. See that. So this is the binding desire, it will not help. Even if I do the practice for 20 years. So 3 practice, listening, learning the principles, keeping in the mind. Allow the mind to help those principles to reach to the intellect for clarity, removing the confusion. And then the intellect will inspire you to do the practice. And then what happens? Every practice will succeed. Have you heard me? Have you understood it? Yes, you have understood it. Are we ready for a practice? Let us practice mindfulness today to succeed once and for all. Eyes are closed. Eyes are closed. And when you close your eyes, first stage. What is the first stage? So simple. Close your eyes gently and moving the mind. Looking inside, moving the mind inside. Moving the mind and looking inside. When the mind is looking inside your head or the heart, you have changed the direction of the mind. And if you are doing it consciously, what is going to happen? If you are doing it consciously, what you are doing? You are simply mind is facing inside. Consciously, with awareness and attention, the body will become steady on its own. When you park the car outside and you move inside the home, the car doesn't start moving on its own. We know it 100%. We are clear. The same way with the body. The body doesn't have a consciousness. No, but body moves. Yes, body moves. You know where is your right hand, but the right hand never asks you where I know you are here. It is made up of matter. So the mind facing inside and body becomes steady. We settle this body little deeper. Why? So that the mind with its past impression unconsciously or habitually should not disturb, should not move the body. Why? If it moves the body, mind is moving out. What is the journey? The mind has to move within, live within, awaken within. Simple. Not a big deal. So move the mind on the neck joint. Feel the sensation. Move the mind on the neck joint. Be there. Become aware. Feel the presence and experience sensation, comfortable and steadiness. And again pay the attention how I am guiding you. Move the mind on the shoulder joints. What it means. We are understanding. 3 steps are required. So when I say move the mind on the shoulder joints, you feel the mind is there on the shoulder joint. But how do I know? I feel the sensation. I feel the presence. I feel here are my shoulder joints. Without thinking. So be there. So when you are there, you experience sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. How simple the journey is. When the journey is simple, when I have an unbinding desire that inspires my mind to move within, I have the right knowledge and I do the practice. But if I don't keep that principle in my head and the mind, what will happen? If I am suffering from depression, my mind will say, come on, let us do it, relax for a few minutes and leave it. So the unbinding desire has converted into a binding desire. Move the mind on the entire body from the top of the head to the toes, looking at all the joints, feeling their presence, and experience sensation, being comfortable in steadiness. In that state, we should be carefree. How come there are thousands of people in the mall where I am also present and still very calm? I separate myself from outside. That is what is the meaning of being carefree. So what is outside at the surface level of the mind? The thoughts, feelings, sensation. They will rise, they will fall. They will appear, they will disappear. We don't know sometime what kind of a thought may appear during the practice. So what we do? Let them come, let them go. Don't worry about the mental traffic or the mall of the mind. Where wanted, unwanted, desirable, undesirable, liking, disliking thoughts appear and disappear. You are simply aware, and in that awareness you separate yourself from all these thoughts and feelings. That is known as being carefree. The stage 1 is done. Now we have to go for the stage 2. So the stage 2, there are many ways we can have the stage 2. If the mind is fully settled in being comfortable, sensation and steadiness, and the mind is totally carefree, we can directly jump into the higher stages. But if we do it consciously, we can really jump into the higher stage. But here we will do the passive step to purify the mind. 2 passive steps in the stage 2. 1 passive step, look inside the forehead in the space. Become aware of the space inside the forehead in the state of being comfortable and steadiness. And in that state, you start hammering mentally. What do you hammer? The forehead inside, the space inside. How do you hammer? You are mentally hammering, mental sound of quick, fast and loud. No movement of the lips and the tongue. It has to be done mentally. Let us do it mentally. Quick, fast, loud in your mind. Continue, quick, fast and loud. Do not stop in between. And don't allow any other thought between the 2 Om, because you are doing it quick, fast and loud. Mentally. I'm demonstrating how you need to do it mentally. So that's why you hear my sound. Do it. Continue. In the state of when the body is comfortable, when the mind is carefree, in that state you're looking deep inside the forehead in the space. Quick, fast, loud in your mind. It's purely a mental phenomena. Why we are asking the mind to live within, to become a seeker, to continue the journey deep inside. And I'll stop this hammering in the stage 2. We'll go for the next step. Again a passive step to keep the mind living within. So what is that? Simple. Move the mind on the head and the neck and be there. Feel the sensation relaxation and stillness. Move the mind on the right arm. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. So we are living into that state of sensation, relaxation, stillness. Thoughts are coming and going. We care them. We are different, separate from those thoughts. The body may be having a tingling numbness sensation. Who cares? Continue. That is the inspiration. That is the way we are a seeker on the path. Move the mind on the left arm. Just be there. Feel present sensation, relaxation, and stillness. How simple it is. Move the mind. Move the mind on the chest and the belly. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the right leg. We are in the second stage, purifying the mind and asking the mind, come on, why don't you live for some time deep within? And suddenly a thought comes and the mind is carried away by the thought and we start feeling the same sense. Even if the mind says, I'm in anxiety now, I'm not feeling well, you're gone. That is why we have to follow those 3 steps. So, mind moves on the left leg, just be there, feel the sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. The entire body is, look at the entire body from the top of the head to the toes. Yes, you're looking, you're feeling the presence, and you experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Second stage, we have done. Third stage now. Third stage, we drop all the unbinding desire. No, we drop all the binding desire, not the unbinding. Unbinding desire is only one. I want permanent peace and happiness. Where it is within me. My nature is permanent peace and happiness, so it cannot be a binding desire. See that? If I don't think, if I don't desire, then what is going to happen? The other desire will enter into your mind. It will remain in the mind. Then how we can achieve success? So the stage 3. In the stage 3, in the state of sensation, relaxation, and stillness, we keep the mind within, and we may ask the mind to continue to move deeper within. So simple way. Look at the breath going in and out. You feel the sensation of the breath. You do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. 3 points. Look at the breath going in and out. Feel the sensation of the breath going in and out. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. We all have experienced horizon where the sky meets the ocean. The sky meets the earth. Too far from us, we see it is too far. When the breath goes in, The mind feels the sensation. Let the mind jump deep into the horizon inside you, saying mentally, Om Shanti, as if you have found it. Om, too far. Shanti, peace. When the breath returns, let the mind jump into the infinite physical space, saying Om Shanti. Just see it. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Casually. What I have to do to see the horizon? I am already sitting on the sea beach. The water is calm, and then I see too far where the sky meets the ocean. Same way, when the breath goes in, the mind jumps deep inside you, dropping Om Shanti. Oh, here is Om Shanti. Breath comes out. It leaves all the objects of the material world. It becomes aware of the physical space. But why we are doing it? To help the mind to go deeper within, to experience. Continue. You're dropping Om Shanti. Looking, searching, exploring the horizon. And now drop the Om Shanti, continue, leave everything Om Shanti, and continue to maintain awareness of the breath going in, feeling the sensation. Good. Awareness of the breath, feeling the sensation of the breath coming out. Do nothing, just remain. Awareness of the breath alone, no Om Shanti now. Three-pointed awareness of the breath. First point of awareness, knowing the breath is going in and out. Second point of awareness, feeling the sensation. Third point of awareness, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. That is all. Doing nothing, remain as you are. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand. Your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside, know your experiences and bring the hands down. Let us share your experiences now, my friend. Unmute and let us share.